So in terms of safety and efficacy data for osimertinib, I think there's been a number of presentations and publications. I think the most pertinent is the New England Journal of Medicine publication in 2015 by Dr. Yanni and colleagues that found patients treated with osimertinib, the response rate was about 60% in patients who had T790M positive EGFR mutant lung cancer with a median progression-free survival of about 9.6 months. In patients who were EGFR T790M negative, the response rate was only about 20%. And those that progressed right after an EGFR TKI, it was even lower than that. And the median progression-free survival was about 2.8 months. So a big differential, and that data is essentially what's changed the standard of care for T790M positive EGFR mutant non-small cell lung cancer. In terms of safety data, generally osimertinib is more EGFR wild type sparing than erlotinib or afatinib and the other earlier generation EGFR TKI, but more potently inhibits T790M and then also inhibits the EGFR activating mutation, such as exon 19 deletion and L858R. In terms of side effects, I mean, it has similar side effects to previous generation EGFR TKI inhibitors in terms of rash and diarrhea. Seems a bit, you know, in my experience, it's been reported it's a bit attenuated compared because it's more EGFR wild type sparing, so patients generally tolerate it better than the previous EGFR inhibitor that they were on. So although it's generally true, it's not always true. Other side effects to watch out for would be, you know, monitoring with a baseline echocardiogram based on the package insert. There wasn't a comparator, but there was a low rate, less than 2% of congestive heart failure reported, as well as EKG monitoring. There's also a risk of pneumonitis, as within other EGFR TKIs. So that's something, you know, that's rare but does happen. So that's another thing to look out for in terms of side effects from osimertinib. But generally, it's been well tolerated in the patients that I've treated, but still need to watch out for those side effects. So the safety and efficacy profile is very favorable for patients that have the EGFR T790M mutation.